Selamat sejahtera Puan, nama saya Tamara Selvi Anbalagan, nombor matrik saya 01DDT F2094.
Nama saya Nisha Grace, anak perempuan Tiwinantu, nombor matrik saya 01 DDT 22 F2049.
First question is, can you explain the difference between user experience and user interface design and why both are important for a product?
User experience design focuses on the overall user journey and how users interact with the product, aiming to it efficient, enjoyable, and meaningful. User interface design, on the other hand, deals with the aesthetics and visual elements that users interact with, such as buttons, menus, and layouts. Both are crucial because a well-designed UI can enhance the appeal, while a thoughtful UX ensures that the product is user-friendly and meets user needs.
Second question, what's your approach to creating wireframes and prototypes and what tools do you prefer for this purpose?
My approach to wireframes and prototypes starts with understanding the project's goals and users' needs. I often use tools like Sketch, Figma, or Adobe XD to create wireframes and prototypes. I emphasize iterative design, gathering feedback from users or stakeholders, and refining the design to align with project objectives.
Third question, can you describe a project where you had to design for multiple device or screen size? How did you address this challenge?
In a previous project, we had to design a mobile app for iOS and Android, as well as a web version. To address different screen sizes, I adopted a responsive design approach. I created adaptive layouts that adjusted content and UI elements based on screen size, ensuring a consistent user experience across devices.
What role does usability testing play in your design process and how do you use the feedback to iterate on your design?
Usability testing is a vital part of my design process. I conduct user testing sessions with a diverse group of users to get feedback on the design's effectiveness and case of use. I then analyze the results and make iterative improvements based on the findings, prioritizing changes that have the most significant impact on user satisfaction.
Describe an instance when you had to produce a design that suit the need of the certain target audience. How did you cater the design to their interest and expectation?
I concentrate on brilliant colors, playful font, and straightforward navigation in a project. Aimed at a younger population, I also conducted user research to understand their preferences, and the feedback helped shape the design to align with the target audience expectations and behavior patterns.
Selamat sejahtera Puan, nama saya Birintasri Panniselvam, nombor matrik 01DBT 22F2056. Today I'm going to present about function.
Question number 1, what's your preferred method for communicating functional requirements to the development holders?
I typically use documents like functional specification, user stories, and use cases to document and communicate functional requirements. I believe in the importance of clear and detailed documentation to ensure that the development team and stakeholder have a shared understanding of the project's scope and functionality.
Can you describe a project where you had to address performance and scalability considerations for a software or system where designing? To handle scope changes or future requests that arise during project, can you provide an example of how you manage changes effectively?
When scope change or future requests arise, I follow a structured change management process. We evaluate the impact on the project, timeline, and resources involving stakeholders in the decision making process. Clear communication and documentation of change and their consequences are essential to maintaining project integrity.
Have you worked with agile development? If so, how did functional design into a agile framework?
Yes, I have worked with agile methodologies like Scrum. In an agile environment, I adapt by creating user story and defining the definition of done for each feature. I collaborate closely with the development team, incorporating feedback and making iterative adjustments throughout the development sprints.
Can you describe a situation where you had to make a difficult trade-off between functionality and project deadlines or resource constraints? How how did you handle it?
In a past project, we faced a tight deadline and had to choose between implementing additional feature or delivering on time. To meet the deadline, we prioritized core functionality and delay some non-essential feathers. I communicate the decision transparently to stakeholders and ensure that the delay future were added in subsequent iteration, maintaining overall project success.
Thank you.
Thank you.